Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. We'll watch the Chicago Bulls in this one as they go up against the Brooklyn Nets at Barclays Center. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, Kevin Durant said his days of trying to prove himself through basketball are done. He said, walking around with a chip on my shoulder is not my thing. I'm more relaxed and letting these days flow. I'm the best version of me. I don't need to prove who I am. I've been in it for too long. Kevin, this is a guy who is finally comfortable with himself.
All right, thanks, D.A. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for LeVert.
The trend to notice is the rise in his shooting percentage in the last 10 games. The shots have really been dropping for him, and as long as he's going along like this, they want him to be the one taking the big shots.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's White in at the point. And for Brooklyn, Irving and LeVert are at the 1 and 2. Prince and Durant are at the 3 and the 4. And it's Jordan in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Steve, compare it now to when you were playing. Did teams go deeper into their benches than they used to?
Yeah, they do. I think because of this load management, resting players. So you see a lot of guys play a lot. And also what they've done right now with the G League, being able to bring guys up. They use those guys, and I think it helps a lot, even not on games, but in practice. You'll see more guys are involved in giving guys rest.
Yeah, that makes sense. Here's Carter, and then Carter with the dunk.
Beautiful find by Levine there. Takes his time to survey the floor.
Irving passes to LeVert. Jordan kicks to Irving. Fires from the line. Count it. Good.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
And early on, if you're him, you just want to see the ball go through the net and get into some kind of rhythm.
And here are the Bulls now. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
There were some unforced errors, but they also created some mistakes through their intensity on both ends.
A nice shot by KD.
A graceful athlete in his prime of his career. Durant with great body control through contact.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. White drives in, knocks it loose. Stolen by LeVert. Lobs it up for Jordan. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Put it up anywhere. DeAndre Jordan can go get it.
And here's White. He had 16 points in the win against Indiana.
And I felt like his offense fed right into his D. He caused a bunch of turnovers. There was just no let up in him all night.
Now here is Carter. Clock at 6. Knocked away. Pass to LeVert. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
That play is made because of Kyrie's vision and his willingness to share the basketball.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Here's White. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. Durant against Levine. 5 to shoot. Shoots over LeVert. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Here's Prince. Porter pulls it in. Bulls have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Over to the wing. White, wide open. He fires. Nailed from three-point land.
There's always been a level of savvy to Porter's game. Beautiful pass.
Irving looking over the floor. Jordan finds Irving. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Irving's got 5 points so far. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Here's Durant, and then Durant with the jam.
It's a pick your poison situation with KD. You can't give him space, but he's got the handle to go right by you.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. 8-point game. Pass to Levine. Back to White. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's the three. And no good. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
They came in focused and ready to play, and despite facing little resistance, they never pulled back.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. After the basket by Brooklyn.
And there's no doubt that this team views Lauri Markkanen as a big part of their future. Many slept on Markkanen in the draft, but he could be a star.
As you said, Smitty, Markkanen has the potential to be an all-star someday.
He's not quite there yet, Kevin. Not by any means. Needs to take a jump forward and go from being a shooter to an all-around scorer.
And the first one at the line is good. You know, Smitty, you watch Markkanen. He's just built for the modern NBA.
Yes, he's an incredible weapon on the pick and pop with his shooting touch. You could see that being his go-to move, Kevin, for a long time.
And Markkanen drops them both.
Looking at the Bulls roster, there is a lot to like. They have a great collection of talent, and their core players are all very young and improving.
LeVert with the wide open look. Markkanen pulls it in. Bulls trail by 8. Outside, White. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And we get a break in the action. Let's check out the leaders in steals. And you look at White. Opposing teams always need to know where he is on the court.
And he's been a rock for them defensively. Just so many steals for him this year, and so many of them have been in key moments for his team.
And Steve, for the Bulls fans, their hopes lie in their young core.
Totally agree. The Bulls should focus on developing that core. Have a good blend with Levine, Markkanen, and Carter. They just need to keep their eye on the prize.
And here's White after Taurean Prince hitting the three. White the pass to Levine. Lets the three fly. A rebound by the Nets.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Well placed alley-oop pass into the layup.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
Now the pass to Markkanen. 14 feet away. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist.
You have to be impressed with the way this kid shoots the ball. Markkanen built for that mid-range game.
Passes it to LeVert. Prince with it. Outside, KD. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Wendell Carter.
Certain things make Prince a tough cover. Strength, long arms, quickness that can surprise you.
The first one falls. Back at Baylor, Taurean Prince didn't start until his senior season, Smitty. What a surprise lottery pick that summer of 2016.
His frame, Kevin, and athleticism, he's NBA ready, and the work ethic to continue his development.
And both free throws good for Prince.
To succeed in this league, you can never be satisfied. It's a certain mentality, and Prince has that.
Markkanen kicks to Levine. And it's blocked by Jordan. Outside Irving. Here's Durant. Pass to Irving. Second chance shot. Rebound collected by Levine. Bulls trail by 13. With the floater. Good work defensively by KD.
And all quarter long, it's been the same story. Inconsistent with his offense.
Again, Irving missing. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. And Brooklyn making a change here. Dinwiddie's checked in. And the Bulls making a change also. Young's checked in. White inside. He's covered by Irving. And it goes down 2 points.
And a solid playmaker. White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
White against Irving. Prince outside. Dinwiddie outside. Pass to Irving. 6 to shoot. From 10 feet out. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Porter looking it over. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. And with Otto Porter, the skills are always apparent with his play. And Smitty, you just like when he's playing aggressively on the floor.
Yeah, it's something that his former coach, Scott Brooks, was always trying to promote to Porter. When he becomes more than just a catch-and-shoot threat, that's when his game is at his best.
First one falls for him.
Well, the former Georgetown Hoya, Otto Porter, was on the move last season. Traded at the deadline to Chicago, who are in need of a player like Porter who can shoot from outside.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Allen's checked in for Taurean Prince. And Harris subbed in for Irving. Chicago also making some changes. Felicia's checked in for Wendell Carter. Chris Dunn comes in for Levine. And Satoransky subbed in for White. Smitty, as you mentioned, the need for shooters was something that brought Porter here.
And Porter has been a consistently good shooter, something he's worked on over his career, Kevin. He's young and appears to be a perfect fit for what this team wants to do in the future.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. A 23-point game for him in the win against San Antonio.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim, he's likely to remember that one.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the call. Brooklyn the foul. Bulls shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Free throw good. Porter. A lot of talent in the 2018 draft, Smitty. Who do you think has the highest ceiling of that group?
Kevin, I love that question because it's not who's the best player who has the best talent. It's the ceiling. I think Jaren Jackson Jr., Marvin Bagley, those guys have so much room to grow. The Doncic and the Trae Young, those guys are fantastic. They have room to grow, but I think those two have a lot of room to grow, and they're already good.
Now here's Crawford. Chandler outside. He dishes it to Harris. Back to Chandler. Porter with the steal. In transition, here come the Bulls. And here we go. And Young slams it home.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
In the corner, it's Harris. Three-pointer, sinks the triple. And the Nets lead by 8.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Now, here's Dunn. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. Shoots over Dinwiddie. Dunn misses.
And that's okay. Even though you miss, you had the right guy taking the shot.
Dinwiddie attacking, and he banks in the layup. And now a 10-point Brooklyn lead.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for Chicago. Well, so many people were worried about Chris Dunn's offense after his rookie year. But you know what, Greg? He's turned it around.
And gone from struggling to hit 40% of his shots to shooting better from the floor. Still a strong defender, and he's making people forget that his offense was ever a question mark.
And he can't get the first one.
To me, Chris Dunn has all the tools to be really good. Has to cut down on the turnovers and has to keep working on that jump shot.
Valentine's checked in for the Bulls. He doesn't get the second one.
And that's a rare missed opportunity from him. He'd been good as gold up until that point.
And that one is good.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Bulls trail by 12. Satoransky, the pass to Dunn. There's the pass to Young. They need this. It's deflected, and they get it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Allen. Now, Satoransky. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. And easy 2 points on the layup.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Bulls trail by 14. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum. No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Harris has got 7.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
Let's quickly take a look at the standings out east. The season nearly complete. You look at Brooklyn. Right now they're locked into 3rd place in the conference, looking to get a high seed for the playoffs. And of course Chicago, a few slots below them.
Yeah, I think for the Nets, they must have reached every goal they set for themselves this season. For them to be this high in the standings this late in the season, what an accomplishment.
It really has been amazing. Everyone just kept waiting for them to fade, and it never happened.
And here's Brooklyn. They picked up 11 straight. Passes it to Dinwiddie. Back to Crawford. Over Valentine. Crawford, no luck. Bulls trail by 16. Valentine with it. Defended by Dinwiddie. And Young with the stuff.
A little undersized at the 4, but he can get off the ground.
Brooklyn's gone 3 of 4 on three-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range. Dinwiddie against Satoransky. Got a piece of it. Young with the steal. Done against Dinwiddie. Here's Felicio. He feeds it to Young. And the basket is good. He's got 8.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
Now here's Crawford. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Pass to Dinwiddie. On the wing, Jamal Crawford. Overdone. Crawford, no luck. Bulls trail by 12. Teardrop shot. He shoots again, and it's sent back by Allen. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Dinwiddie done with some nice D. Chicago's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Valentine kicks to Dunn. Six on the shot clock. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Nets lead by 12. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching 2K Sports. And this team has shown their toughness and determination, and Kyrie Irving talks about what he sees in his teammates.
What's going to separate us is how close we are, and when we're in the trenches together, I'm looking to my left and to my right and knowing that these guys have my back.
They certainly do.
This team has assembled some hard-nosed, unselfish players. No better group for Irving to surround himself with.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And the Nets have been rolling right along here, haven't they?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
And you can't cause those mistakes unless you're willing to gamble. So far, they've rolled the dice, and it's paid off.
Allen is out there with Wilson Chandler, and it's Crawford. Then there's Spencer Dinwiddie, and it's Harris in at the small forward. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to show you the teams leading the league in assists this season. In third, the Nets.
And you know, when your team has a lot of assists, it's testimony to the unselfishness, the patience, the ball movement, the player movement. They have shown all of that.
The first free throw is good. Smitty, lately we're seeing more deep three-pointers than ever before. Think you could step out to that 35-foot mark?
Hey, Kevin, I can step out there, but the question is, could I make them at a high percentage? And that's what's so beautiful now. You're seeing these guys step out further and further, but their percentage is higher and higher than it would be from others in my area shooting 35-footers. This is fantastic, but I do not want to see a 4-point line.
And a one-year player at Texas, Jared Allen came into the league as a bit of a project. He's got ample playing time to develop in Brooklyn.
Now, here is Young. An 11-point game for him in the win against Indiana.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
Chandler down low. Satoransky covering. Chandler, no good. And Greg, safe to say, Allen's defense is ahead of his offense.
Yeah, but his mobility and leaping ability serve him well as a finisher, providing that vertical spacing teams like to have inside.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson, who's a native of Long Island, now has his dream job, coaching the Brooklyn Nets. He doesn't need praise or recognition. Instead, he's fueled by the fear of failure. He says, "I always feel like I'm one banana peel away from never being in the NBA again." Kevin, he's got his team playing with that same determination.
David, he sure does. Thank you very much. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Brooklyn leading by 12. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. To the inside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And with the signing of Durant and Irving along with DeAndre Jordan, Greg, are the Brooklyn Nets now claiming the mantle for the top team in New York?
Listen, they were already the better team a season ago. After stealing the Knicks' thunder in free agency, acquiring the superstar talent, they're poised to steal the Knicks' cultural relevance as well.
And he makes the first. And Coach Jim Boylen agreeing to a multi-year extension with the Bulls this summer, Greg.
And taking that interim tag off his title as head coach, Boylen, with over 30 years of coaching experience, afforded the opportunity to continue developing this young core.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Kevin Durant's checked in for Chandler. Taurean Prince comes in for Joe Harris. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Dinwiddie. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Shots good from Young.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Levine against Crawford. On the wing, Irving. For 3. Hits it from three-point range. Irving's got 8 points.
I mean, Kyrie, too pure of a shooter to let him catch and shoot with that much space.
White drives in. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
Clearly a foul.
Bulls have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And the first one drops.
The athleticism and blinding speed White possesses is impressive. This guy plays with a lot of moxie.
LeVert's checked in for the Nets. And both free throws good for White. Nets leading by 12. Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Pass to LeVert. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's KD. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. 10 points for KD.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. Kicks to Young. Carter at the elbow. And it's sent back by Allen. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. Jordan, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Porter's checked in for the Bulls. Shot clock at 6. Bean passes to Markkanen. Here's White. And again, no good by Chicago.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
The ability to close out on perimeter shooters is so important in today's game.
Now here's Durant, and it's Brooklyn scoring again.
Throughout the evening, he's gotten to his spots, and the defense has not adjusted.
Here's White. He's got 5. There's the dish to Levine. No good on the triple.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
Bulls on D. They trail by 16.
I'll tell you what, terrific anticipation defensively. Tracked it all the way. That pass had no chance.
And he has lost all confidence out there. Still not a single field goal made in the game.
Don't sleep on Taurean Prince. He will challenge you off the bounce now. Does a good job of navigating his way through the defense.
Well, Chicago's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. When it comes to just the love for the game, Smitty, does every NBA player have to have that, or is it possible to not love the game, embrace the game, and work through it in that way?
You know, I think 90% of the guys have a love for the game. I think there's some guys that just don't love it, but they play it. And there's nothing wrong with that, as long as it doesn't, I guess, spill over to the guys that love it. There's some plays, I played with some players after they left the gym, they didn't think about a game, of watching the game, playing the game, but when they're on the court, they gave 110% effort. There's some guys that just love it, and there's some guys that just like it.
But I know you, and you did. You loved the game.
I still love it, Kevin. Still love it.
I know you do. I know you do.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
At the top of the key, Durant. Lets it go with the 3. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
We start to talk about all the things Durant can do, but scoring's still what he does best. What a night.
Carter with it. He's picked up by Jordan. Markkanen down low. KD's on him. Markkanen good. Nets leading by 17. The pass to LeVert. Puts it up. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
And that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Now here's Levine. He's coming off a 16-point game against Indiana.
Yeah, but I like how he defended as well. You know, he got a couple blocks in that game and just an all-around great effort.
Carter kicks to Porter. The feed now to Markkanen. Yep, that one goes in there. Markkanen's got 8 points.
This shows Markkanen's understanding of the game. You play me to shoot from the outside, well, I'm going inside.
Irving against White. Outside Irving. Prince, that's for 2. Bean with the rebound.
Still trying to find the range. He hit one in the first quarter. Nothing since.
White, good.
An assertive offensive player. White knows he has the green light to rise and fire.
Here's Irving. The Bulls getting the bucket. Pass to LeVert. Now here's Prince. Guarded by Levine. Jordan against Porter. Clock at 6. And it's Jordan. That time on the assist by Prince. And the Nets lead by 17.
Size and strength of DeAndre Jordan, brushing off the defender.
Here's White. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Bulls have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here. And that one falls for White.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
No good on the second free throw.
After having no trips to the free throw line in the first period, he's being much more aggressive now.
KD with it. 23 points for him the last game against San Antonio.
And equally spent as much energy on his D. I mean, 4 steals kind of tell the story.
Irving. Again, the Nets for 2.
I love the confidence he's shooting with. Big improvement here in the second period.
Bulls trail by 18.
And the ability to create something out of nothing is so rare to find. But Kevin Durant has it. Whether it's a bailout shot to beat the shot clock or just a hard dribble and pull up, he can always get a shot off. Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
Prince outside. Carter against KD. It's LeVert on the wing. Over Levine. Got a piece of it. And with Durant, he's making it look so easy. You're just used to seeing him get the shot he wants.
You have to respect his pull-up, his drive, his threes, his fadeaways. It's a nightmare for defenders. That unpredictability is why Jimmy Butler called Durant the hardest player to guard in the league.
Here's Irving after the made shot from Zach LaVine. Back to Irving. Pass to LeVert. Takes the 3. Offensive rebound, Nets. Irving passes to KD. Tries again. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Allen.
He's really made that a focus of his game these past few years, and it's paid big-time dividends for him. He's become a much better rebounder, and it's increased his value as a player by leaps and bounds.
Here's Irving. The shot's good. Irving's got 14 points for the game.
What a game for him so far. He started out strong in that first quarter and has only turned it up from there.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, these guys need to work together as a team, as a unit. Try and carve out some easy buckets.
So for the Nets, Wilson Chandler's checked in for Durant. Harris comes in for Taurean Prince. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Karis LeVert. The Bulls also changing it up. Valentine comes in for Wendell Carter. And it's done in for White. And that one's good by Porter.
By Porter, one of the more efficient guys in the game. Shows it again right there.
Irving kicks to Dinwiddie. Back to Irving for the 3. Drains the three-pointer. Irving's got 12 now in this quarter.
This has been a tremendous quarter for him. Everything he puts up now looks like it's going in.
And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for Chicago. 19-point game. 1:44 left to play in the first half. Markkanen with it. Now Chandler defending. Markkanen kicks to Levine. And the shot is good.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
And Smitty, with all that he's been through, you can't question Zach LaVine's love of the game.
You're so right. It's crazy to think Levine wasn't even a starter in college, but he's worked so hard to improve. The way he has fought back from injuries and continually dedicated himself to the game, something to admire.
You see Zach LaVine in the Bulls uniform, and it's hard not to think of the trade that sent him here. He was a big part of the deal that sent Jimmy Butler out of Chicago.
And that one, good. And the Nets lead by 18.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
Here's LaVine. Spencer Dinwiddie picking up that last basket. He'll not go. Still looking for his shooting rhythm as he misses his 7th shot of 10.
He's doing what he can to help them cut into this lead. His shot just isn't quite there tonight.
Chandler's shot, good. And with LaVine and the Butler trade, there were a lot of critics at the time. But you know what, Greg? It's worked out for the Bulls.
And Kevin, the Bulls took a chance with LaVine, and he's developed into a bright young star. Took another risk giving him a big contract after the injury, but he's come back better and stronger since then.
Here's Dunn. Wilson Chandler making his last shot. To the paint. Here's LaVine, and the jam by LaVine.
What I like is when Chris Dunn keeps his poise, keeps his eyes up, good things happen.
Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Back to Irving. Pass to Jordan. Shoots over Markkanen. Markkanen pulls it in. Bulls trail by 18.
And that's the tough part of trying to keep him on the floor. Now he picks up that 3rd foul.
Bulls have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line. And he knocks down the first one. And so he makes both from the line. There's 18 seconds left now here in the second. Irving against Dunn. The pass to Chandler. Over Young. Good on the 13-footer. Chandler's got 6 points. Oh, he made it!
He got it to go, and he beat the buzzer.
Wow. That's a miracle. Are you kidding me?
I didn't think that shot had any chance of going in. Just shows you that anything can happen in this game.
And so we conclude the first half. Nets out in front, up by 15. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what were you all focusing on coming into the game tonight?
So I come out with a intense focus and intensity that other teams can't match. Just doing whatever it takes to keep our tempo. Guys are in a great rhythm and we have a great tempo. So just trying to get everybody involved and do whatever it takes to win.
Well, we'll see if you can keep playing at your pace in the second half. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what a show being put on here for the home fans tonight. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. What a game it's been for Kyrie Irving. He ended up with 17 points, 4 assists, and 1 steal. In their previous game, he had a performance he said he wanted to put behind him quickly, and so far he's doing just that with the nice first half he had here. And from what we saw so far from the Nets, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
We saw what you already know. Kyrie's an outstanding scorer. But lately, he's also taken a lot of pride in his defense, made a great impact on the glass. He's competing in every phase of the game now.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Chicago?
Well, there are a few areas they need to improve on, but perimeter defense is priority numero uno. They got to be quicker to close out on the three-point shooters. You got to prevent the open looks. They weren't fighting through screens. They're just not doing enough, Ernie, especially outside.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Taking a look at the Bulls, Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Carter in at the 5, roaming the paint. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, there's not a lot of NBA players who come from Finland. Now there's Lauri Markkanen. Before him, there was Hanno Matala, who was actually Lauri's high school coach. Markkanen is soft-spoken and family-focused, but he says everything starts from basketball. All the decisions I make are based on if it helps me on the basketball court. Kevin?
Terrific attitude. David, thanks.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
Now Jordan, after Wendell Carter missed from long range. Here's Levine, and the jam by Levine.
When they go up-tempo and push the action, they are speaking Zach LaVine's language.
White against Irving. LeVert in the corner. Jordan inside, defended by Carter. Second chance shot, a nice shot by LeVert. LeVert's got his second bucket of the game to go.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Here's Levine. Look out! Here he comes!
That was amazing, and look at the elevation. The creativity, extreme athleticism. You see why Zach's won the dunk contest multiple times.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 17. LeVert against Levine. Here's KD. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. LeVert's got his 7th assist in the game.
Doing great things at the offensive end. 3 for 4 to start this half.
White against Irving. White dishes to Levine. Carter, the pass to Levine. Six on the shot clock. And it's White missing. Nets leading by 17. Passes to LeVert. Durant feeling it out a bit. On its way from Irving for 2. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Markkanen's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Kevin Durant.
He's 6'5", but he has elite athleticism. Levine with the size to compete on the interior.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
An 85% mark from the line. There aren't too many players in the league who are going to sport a much better percentage.
The first free throw is good.
Zach LaVine has all the physical tools and a skill set with an incredible high ceiling.
Jared Allen's checked in for Jordan. And so Levine nails both of them.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
White against Irving. Dishes to Durant. Pass to LeVert. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. You know, Smitty, Commissioner Adam Silver has been outspoken in saying there will be a female NBA head coach, and he says it's on him to help it happen sooner than later. And Steve, we already see many women in various categories in the NBA all over the league right now.
So true, Kevin. I love the diversity, and it's much needed in our league. And I would say Adam Silver has done a great job of taking us in that direction.
And the free throw drops for LeVert. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for Chicago, trailing by 17. Here's Levine. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Levine's got 20.
This is the capability Zach LaVine has. Can score on all 3 levels.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And there's the foul. And it's on Taurean Prince. That is his first foul of the game. The Nets making a switch here. Crawford's checked in. And the Bulls making a change also. Satoransky's checked in for Markkanen. Now here's White. 8 points for him. Carter kicks to Satoransky. Offensive rebound. Nets leading by 15. Here's LeVert. And the layup's good off the glass. LeVert's got 6 points in the quarter.
Look at the unselfishness by Prince. Doesn't have what he wants. Keeps the ball moving.
Well, Chicago has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's White. And it's sent back by KD. They get it back. For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Moves back up. And that's 2 points on the layup. He's got 19.
Big effort there by Durant. A factor on the offensive boards when that's his focus.
Here's Levine. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
They're still behind, but not because of his efforts. He's been unbelievable this quarter.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Porter against Durant. Pass to LeVert. Now at the moment here, let's take a look at our rookie leaderboard and who's putting up the most points per game. And you look at White, top 5 scorer in the league. What a player he is.
Well, coming in, you wondered how his talent would translate at this level in terms of scoring. And I've got to say, apparently, it's translating pretty well.
And the free throw drops for LeVert. Dinwiddie's checked in for Brooklyn. And the Bulls making a change also. Young's checked in for Otto Porter Jr. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
White dishes to Young. Feeds to Carter. And then Carter with the dunk.
With the 9-foot standing reach, Carter has no trouble putting that away.
And the pass to LeVert. Dinwiddie against White. KD passes to Dinwiddie. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And the 6'6" point guard, Spencer Dinwiddie. Second-round pick of the Detroit Pistons in 2014. You know, Greg, they might have wished they held on to him.
One of the most improved players in our league. Last season, he signed that 4-year, $48 million extension from the Nets, rewarding his growth.
And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good for Dinwiddie. Bulls trail by 18. And here's Levine. 22 points for him. Out to White. The three connects from three-point range. White's got 11 points.
And you have got to honor White on the perimeter. Once he gets comfortable from there, it's going to be bad news for the defense.
Now here's Levert. He's got 9. Nets passing it around. KD finds Prince. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. He's got 9.
The minute KD gets the ball, all eyes are on him. That leaves a wide open man.
Bulls have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Passes it to Carter. He can't get that one to fall. Excellent D there from Allen. And so it's Dinwiddie who brings up the ball for the Nets. Durant, that's good. KD's got 21 in the game.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Young passes to White. Just 5 on the clock. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Here's Young, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Let's see what the Brooklyn Nets have coming up. On Tuesday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. Then on Thursday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors.
And that game against the Clippers, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
Bulls trail by 19. White drives in, and the layup falls. White's got 5 points in the quarter.
What a great play. Totally schooled the defender on that one.
Dinwiddie against White. Allen left side. Back to Dinwiddie. Launches it. And he's good on the 3-ball. Dinwiddie's got 9.
Defensively, you have to tighten up on him or suffer the consequences.
Here's Satoransky. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. He kicks it to Carter. White up top. No one near him. Bulls with the fresh shot clock. And it's slammed in by Young.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
Now here's Dinwiddie. He's got 9. 3-pointer, Levert. Can't hit that one.
His struggles from the field continue, yet they still hold the lead.
Pass to Satoransky. Now White. Levert defending. And the 3 off target. Nets leading by 18. Now Dinwiddie. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. It's Prince on the wing. Pass to Levert. The 3. Chicago grabs the miss. Carter's got 6 rebounds in the game. Dinwiddie with the steal. Wound up there for Allen. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Bulls trail by 20. White down low. Dinwiddie covering. White, good.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Brooklyn making some changes. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Durant. Chandler comes in for Taurean Prince. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Karis LeVert. Denzel Valentine, he's checked in for the Bulls. Chris Dunn comes in for White. Now here's Dinwiddie. 9 points in the game so far. Back to Harris. And stolen by Dunn. Valentine passes to Satoransky. Now Dunn. 13 feet away. The rebound by the Nets. Dinwiddie up top. Satoransky covering. Allen. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Allen's got 4 this quarter.
And loving the strategy. Even though you're well ahead, you want to stay in attack mode.
You want to stay aggressive, right at the rim, driving another nail into the coffin.
Now here is Carter. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game.
And even as a rookie, you could see the consistency game to game from Wendell Carter. Very dependable on the glass and on the scoreboard for a player so young.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Performed well thus far this season with a 78% clip.
That's good from Carter. And with Carter, he's only going to get better over the years.
The upside is easy to see. He always finds ways to contribute to this team. Not sure if he'll be a star, but he'll be a rock on the offense and defensive end for a long time.
Markkanen, he's checked in for Satoransky. Carter hits them both.
With Wendell Carter Jr., you love the do-it-all ability, the understanding of the game.
Poke loose. Allen right side. Markkanen pulls it in. Markkanen's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Valentine, that's for 2. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Down against Dinwiddie. Harris outside. Off target from three-point range. Bulls trail by 18. Young outside. A floater, and he sinks the layup. Young's got 4 points in the quarter.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Dinwiddie against Dunn. Dinwiddie passes to Harris. Back to Dinwiddie. Jordan trying to free himself up, and the Nets miss again. And so Young will bring it up for the Bulls. It's a 16-point game. 2 points, that one goes. 19 seconds left in the third quarter. Dinwiddie up top. Dunn covering. Hands with the ball out of bounds. Dinwiddie touched it last. Chicago with the ball. With 1 on the clock. Offline. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Nets lead by 14. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching 2K Sports. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Harris is out there with Jared Allen. Then it's Jordan. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2. So that's the Nets 5. Irving passes to Dinwiddie. Overdone. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And there's the call. It's on Spencer Dinwiddie. That's his first foul. Bulls trail by 14.
Watch Larry.
To the inside. Here's Young. It falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there.
The height to see over the defense and the unselfishness. Terrific pass by Markkanen.
Down against Dinwiddie. Here's Irving. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got 6 assists now in the game. And here are the Bulls now. Here's Dunn. Outside, Markkanen. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Excellent D there from Allen. Here's Harris. That one misses. And the Bulls going the other way now. Markkanen in the corner. All alone. A rebound by the Nets. Jordan's got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. Irving with it. Now guarded by Dunn. And here's Harris from the arc. From beyond the arc and then some. And the Nets lead by 17.
A silky smooth playmaker. Irving on time and on point.
And Porter, here we go. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Outside, White. There's the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. White's got 10 points here in the second half.
All about converting your opportunities. He just hit his second 3 of this half, 3rd of the night.
Irving dishes to Allen. Good defensive work there by Young.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. And the Nets with possession here. After Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. For 3, Harris. Nice D from Porter.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Here's the floater. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from White.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
And there's the pass to Dinwiddie. Jordan against Markkanen. Here's Dinwiddie. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
You've got to hand it to DeAndre. His relentless approach on the boards, paying dividends.
White the pass to Porter. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th. Nets leading by 12. Dinwiddie outside. Passes it to Irving. Good defensive work there by Young. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. And a wide open look for Porter. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Dunn's got 3 assists in the game. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for the Nets. Taurean Prince comes in for Joe Harris. And the Bulls making a change also. Levine's checked in. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch Kenny Atkinson's message to his team. He talked about the mindset they need to have and what he wants to see the rest of the way. Engagement at both ends and making good decisions with the ball. Guys?
Defensively, you can't give Durant this kind of look and expect to get a stop.
Bulls trail by 11. Now here's White. He dishes it to Markkanen. Dinwiddie with the rebound. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter.
He has won multiple NBA scoring titles. Durant was built to put up buckets.
Levine with it. And there's the call on Durant. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Markkanen passes to Levine. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Free throw good, Levine. And so Levine nails both of them. Nets leading by 11. Outside Irving. Pass to Durant. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Thaddeus Young. And Steve, it is so rare to see someone as agile at the rim as KD.
You're so right, Kevin. And now he can take contact, adjust in midair, and still convert with ease. Also can slam it down if he gets a step. His great field goal percentage over the years is because he's an elite finisher at the rim and mid-range.
And he makes the first.
Growing up, KD wanted to play for his favorite team, the Toronto Raptors, which featured his favorite player, Vince Carter.
And KD drops them both.
When your bigs can make free throws, it's a huge advantage. Love his approach to getting to the line.
White dishes to Porter. That one doesn't drop. Good D by Jordan. Nets leading by 13. And here is Irving. Pass to Dinwiddie. And count it from 19 feet away.
After a lackluster first half, he's taken charge offensively. We'll see how the defense responds.
The pass to Levine. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Good recognition by Levine. Has the defender where he wants him. Doesn't let him off the hook.
First free throw is good.
Boy, is he really getting after it here in the second half, just drawing a ton of fouls.
Bulls making a switch here. Carter's checked in. And so Levine nails both of them. And so it's Brooklyn with it. Now Irving. Left side, KD. Right side, Jordan. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Prince, the pass to Jordan. 6 to shoot. And it's in there. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 15 rebounds.
Every year, DeAndre gets a little more comfortable scoring the basketball. That play being a prime example.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. Down by 15. Bean passes to Carter. Kicks to White. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving. LeVert's checked in for Spencer Dinwiddie. Here's White, and stolen by Kyrie Irving. Here's LeVert. Knocked loose, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. Outside Jordan, passes it to LeVert. Left side Durant, just 5 to shoot. Prince's shot is good.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
They've taken nothing for granted. You can see they're playing the moment rather than the score.
And they pick up 2. That's 28 points for Zach LaVine.
If history is any indicator, more often than not, LaVine's going to take this shot. It's what he's built to do.
Now here's Durant. Outside Irving. Back to Durant. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Pass to Levine. And Levine throws it down.
This is what Zach LaVine is built to do. He can get you points in bunches, and sometimes he can go all night.
Now here's Irving. Pass to LeVert. Poked loose. Levine against Durant. And then Levine with the jam.
So fluid, so smooth. Levine breaking ankles out here.
White against Irving. Outside Jordan. It's Prince on the wing. They get it again. And then Durant with the jam.
He loves to fire up his team with the big finish. KD rocking the rim.
Now here's White. There's the pass to Levine. Here is Carter, covered by Irving. In the corner, it's Levine. That shot, no good. Some solid defense there from KD. Jordan inside, Carter on him, and it's LeVert missing.
Trying to finish out the game strong. You have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball. And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
Tries again. Durant, the pass to LeVert. Over Levine. A nice shot by LeVert. LeVert's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And guys, the offensive rebounding really has stood out here this half. All those second chance points are helping them maintain that lead.
White against Irving. Here's Levine, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Durant, and so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. And the Nets making a change here. throw good. Levine. And Brooklyn making a change here. Allen's checked in. And so Levine nails both of them. Nets leading by 13. Irving with it. He feeds it to Allen. Markkanen pulls it in. Markkanen's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Levine for 3. Rebound, Brooklyn. They led the game at one point by 20. It's LeVert on the wing. And Porter comes to help. Here's Jordan. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. 12 points for Jordan.
Buckets coming in bunches right now. He is just being big time.
Bulls trail by 15. And here's Levine. Outside, Markkanen. On the wing, Porter. Started by Prince. And it's sent back by Allen. Outside Irving. 1:30 left to play here in the fourth. Passes to Prince. Fires the 3. Drills it from outside. And the Nets lead by 18.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Nets.
It was like watching a 3-point shooting contest tonight here.
And they just didn't seem to let up, whether the last several shots went down or not. 3 after 3, it just seemed to pay off for them.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games.
And really, they finally got something good to happen against this team. The last 2 games they faced them weren't nearly as productive.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Kevin Durant.
What was impressive to me, it felt like he made an impact in so many areas. Some of the effort won't show up in the stat sheet, but I noticed it.
Here's Hutchison. With the NBA looking to improve officiating, Smitty, they'd like to revise the rule book to more closely match the way the game is played. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, we have to evolve. I think now the game has evolved to more three-point shots, so you got to look at also defense, hand checking, and now we're talking a lot about, you know, room for guys to land, whether it's a foul or not. So I think it will evolve, and it should be because the game is evolving.
The first one falls. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And so it's Arcidiacono with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
And it's easy to give up after a play like that, but this team needs to keep fighting.
It's just one trip down the court, but you have to have short memory in this league or you won't last long.
Here's Temple. Pass to Karuch. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
Here's Arcidiacono. After the basket by Brooklyn. To halt the run. Nice D from Crawford. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Allen outside. 5 on the clock. Temple the pass to Karouche. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. So it's Brooklyn now. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Kyrie. Big numbers for you tonight, and I always wonder what it's like to be in a zone like that offensively.
It was amazing. More importantly, we got the win, and I couldn't have done it without my teammates. They did a heck of a job of competing every single minute of this game. It took everybody's effort from our bench. It took a 15-man effort, and I'm glad we got the win.
15 men, but 1 man was the difference. Thanks, Kyrie. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Now, for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.